Welcome to episode 36 of the Cards and Cartridges podcast. I'm your host, OG Retro, aka Ryan. I'm here with my boy, Chris, aka Koozie Retro Games. What's going on? Recording on the night before the podcast drops, which is unusual for us. Your boys are recording on a Sunday, on the Lord's Day, the holy day. We are taking the time out to make that gaming goodness happen for y'all.
Dude, I watched the most brutal Lions game today.
What's new?
The Lions were 0-8 going into against the Steelers today. Big Ben's out with COVID. Maybe we got a shot. Maybe we'll win a game. It ends in a tie. We tied 16-16. We are now 0-8-1.
Incredible. That is something only the Lions can do.
It was the most painful football game I've watched. I actually sat down and watched the last 8 minutes of it, and it was brutal. It was like sleeting in Pittsburgh, so you weren't throwing the ball much.
Yep.
So just run, play, stop, run, play, stop, run, play, stop, punt.
That's
and then
terrible.
Jared Goff got a noodle for an arm, and apparently he had a strained oblique playing. And he's just, every time somebody comes after him, he's doing the hokey pokey out there.
Oh man. Well, if you're into football and all I gotta say, if you're into football, hopefully you don't like the Lions because they're not great. And drop your team down below. Comment your favorite team.
You've been bad for how long? All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, we got to get into it. Rant about the Lions later. We got a good episode for y'all today. Coming up hot off the press, we are talking about WATA coming up with pop reports. Finally, what those are going to be like exactly. We'll be talking about Metazoo coming to Walmart. You might be surprised at OG's opinion on this one. We'll be talking about the Switch sales for the month of October. Insane, absolutely absurd numbers. The Switch, I was thinking about this the other day. The Switch is almost like 4 or 5 years old now, and they're still just selling consoles. It's crazy. And finally, we're talking about a cool little thought I had the other day, a shower thought, if you will. How collecting and opening Pokemon cards in TCG affects like your playthroughs through the video games. It's kind of an interesting perspective. Wait till the end to hear that one. It's kind of interesting. I want you guys to weigh in on that as well. But we'll start with the Bolo as we do every week. We start with a be on the lookout for, and that's just something you should be on the lookout for while you're out hunting, looking for video games, looking for stuff to buy. Koozie, what do you got for us? You said something kind of cool.
Yeah, so it kind of came up as I guess, collaboration between companies you wouldn't think collaboration, or like Nintendo or Sega or Sony slapping just their brand name logo on things. For example, there is things such as like GameCube branded walkie-talkies,
right?
And those are collectible and worth money. I mean, just because it's Nintendo, just slapping their name on a walkie-talkie makes it collectible and worth money. Yeah. I have a factory sealed Walkman, but it's N64 Sports Edition, so it's got the whole N64 Sports logo on it, things like that. I have a Sega Sports seat cushion for like stadiums.
Oh yeah.
Do you know any more off the top of your head?
I'm looking at I added this to my collection a while ago, but hadn't had it displayed. But I'm looking at an N64 RC car.
What?
It's a Mustang RC car, and it says Nintendo 64 on the side, and it was an N64 promotional item. I don't know how much it's worth, but I got it in like a long time ago.
Do you have like the remote for it?
Yeah, I have the remote for it and everything. There's no shot.
You gotta zip that thing around.
Yeah. I should. That's a lost opportunity making a reel with that.
Yeah,
you really gotta do that like ASAP. But it works, and it's a little RC car that says Nintendo like all over it, like big, like classic font. It was definitely an official promo, I think. I think. But
it's gotta be.
It's cool. Yeah.
There's a Super Mario 64 like semi truck, I think.
I've seen that. I've had that actually. I've had that. It's not RC. You can't remote control it.
No, it's a little like
little toy
Hot
car.
Wheels.
This is an RC car. You could.
That's so bad.
Which is wild.
Imagine pulling up to the local RC car meet and greet with that thing.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't know. I've never been to an RC meet and greet, but
really, I've been once.
I feel like you've been to one.
So they used to have like a hobby store by my house, And my dad took me there when I was younger, and they have the whole like hobby lobby kind of section
Yeah.
up front. And then in the back, they had like an RC car like track with like jumps and ramps and things like that. And these guys would just come there, and they had a whole like pit stop thing. They'd zip
I've
up, they'd
seen that shit.
refuel their RC car, drop it, and go zip back down the track.
It's wild, man.
Keep an eye out for
collaborations. Yeah, look for those random collabs. That's a good little bolo. We won't spend too much time on that because it's pretty self-explanatory. Look for random collabs. Moving on though, Chris, why don't you take us through WATA making a big announcement, I think it was the beginning of this month, telling us they are going to release pop reports, but there's some caveats to us. Would you walk us through?
We're in the infant stages, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this quick little 3-paragraph plastered on the front page of the WATA website. Title: You've been patiently waiting, and we've been working hard to deliver. Now, people got the email, and that was kind of the subject line of the email, and everybody's like, "Holy shit, you're finally sending me my games back." No. As you may have heard, we were acquired by Collectors Universe in July, and we've been excited to share some big improvements to WATA games. First and foremost, we are moving from Denver to South California. We're excited to join PSA and PCGS at Collectors Universe headquarters and be able to utilize the company's resources to grow our operation and improve our turnaround times as we leverage the Collectors Universe facility, technology, and staff to support WATA games. We are equally excited to bring you the first ever WATA population reports later this month, so later in November. This initial pop release will be limited to NES games. It will not include seal ratings at first, but the more games and more complete pop details to follow. We will give you the opportunity to provide feedback, correct any errors, and tell us what you would like to see next. It is exciting and much needed stuff for WATA in our community, and we want your input from the start. Finally, even though we've been quiet, a lot is happening behind the scenes. We apologize for the lack of communication recently, but you can expect to hear from us regularly moving forward. Thank you for your continued support as we scale, and be sure to look out for the initial population reports soon.
There's a lot to unpack there.
There is, I guess, overall hierarchy thought. I'd say we just break it down by paragraph. I mean, their first paragraph, they talk about they are moving from Denver to Southern California by being acquired by Collectors Universe. My thing is, I guess, do you think they have to shut from a just moving standpoint? Do you think they have to like shut down, finish everything they have so they have zero inventory and then move?
Yeah, I don't know.
They just open
how that
in
works.
Collector. I wonder if they would like open in Southern California, finish everything up in Denver, and then finally make the full transition.
Yeah, maybe they're just, I don't know, grade stuff from the airplanes and shit. Maybe they're on their private jets, just grading. No, I don't know. I would assume they have to finish like the open orders and then ship those, and then
there's no way they're transferring all the orders from Denver to South California.
I doubt they're transferring all the orders, but I bet they're transferring some of the orders.
Yeah,
because I'd imagine they're organized well when they're like post grading, right? Because they have so much stuff post grading right now.
Bro, post grading takes so long, months.
Yeah, because that's when it's waiting for
to be encapsulated and put in a box and shipped back to your doorstep. Because I mean, it completes the grading process, I would say, in the 30 days, 45 days, whatever it is now, but it just sits in post grading then for months, and that's what the people are getting ticked about, I think.
Yeah. But that isn't what this is about. Grading times are long. People know that, it is what it is.
So thoughts on they're gonna start releasing pop reports specifically to a couple NES games and no seal ratings to start.
Yeah, this is, I guess it's a good start, but that's literally all you can say about it. It's a good start, and it's kind of I'm gonna say it's a less than good start almost, because it's like, I don't know how hard it is. It's got to be a big undertaking for sure. But the fact that they are just doing NES games, like this is such a, it's a huge it's a huge portion of what they do as sealed NES, huge portion of what they do. I obviously don't know the exact percentage, but I'm going to say it's a huge portion of what they do just based off of people I know and things I've seen. But the fact that they can't do the seal, what exactly is,
so you're just going to have, there's 15 first print Zeldas at an 8.0 rating. Yeah. But that could mean there's an 8.0 D out there.
Yeah,
That can mean there's an 8.0 A plus plus out there.
It's just like, okay, like nice try.
I literally took it as okay, and
yeah, and it's like if I don't know if no, it just sucks. I don't know what it's like. It just sucks. It's not good. It's not.
You're getting half of it.
Yeah, it seems like you're not even getting half of it. You're getting, because yeah, you're getting half of NES grades, but I mean, they grade so much other shit. Where's all that?
Yeah, and it says a select release be limited to NES games that will not include seal ratings. I don't even know if they're going to release the entire NES library. It might even just be like your staples, like Mario, Zelda's,
It's so
Kong,
bizarre.
like that.
It's just not how it should be done. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think that's cool. I think they should really. I really don't have words. Like, why do it at all if this is all it's gonna be?
And it's not like people wanted them to release population reports. So maybe they were just like panicked, like, oh my god, we have to get population reports. Anything we put out right now is something good, but it makes it like worse.
Yeah, I don't know. If it depends how fast they follow up with this shit. If they're just testing out the website for some reason, and I don't know, we'll see.
But you would think by being acquired by Collectors Universe, they already have kind of their population report website in play. They're not building a new one from scratch with developers.
Most likely not. Most likely they can. I mean, I don't know, but they can probably use. I would hope they use some of the same technology that, like you said, that PSA uses. It's a good PSA's pop report isn't perfect, but it works well.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it works well. So if they can do that, come on, let's do it.
Now, what do you think the release of pop reports is going to do to the graded game market, or graded game market / graded game collecting as a whole?
Well, I think it's just I think transparency is good in the market. I think we don't really know, like we'll see. It might not change anything. It might make prices go up, might make prices go down, it just depends what these pop reports actually reveal. If it reveals about the amount of games we thought were out there, and the demand's there, this price is going to stay the same and probably continue to go up, because like the pop report coming out shows that's good for the market, regardless. And then
I don't see it changing too much. Like, there's obviously gonna be good and bad. You're gonna have some games, say like there was the one where it was like the Spider-Man on Atari or whatever, where it went for bonkers money and then just more kept flooding the market the same grade and went down.
Right.
Maybe something where it's like the 1.5 million Super Mario 64 and then the 756,000 Super Mario 64. Maybe people are then gonna realize that there's more out there than those two. There could be. I mean, and when you're looking at something for like 1.5 million and two have sold, I would think even if you get to something like there's like 13 out there, that's a huge number.
Yeah.
But then there's also going to be ones where it's like, oh my god, this game is a pop 2. Like, it is as rare as people thought, and then that's going to cause. So I can see some actual large price is increase. And when you start, I guess, when you put things on heritage auctions or eBay, and you can confidently say that this game is a population 2 or 4, it's going to drive the demand even more and go for even more money, I'd assume.
100%.
I'm excited to kind of see, like, I have 4 graded games in my collection, and I'm kind of excited just to see how many are out there.
Oh, I would love to see the pop reports on my stuff. It'd be very interesting.
Like, just like, even when I get like cards in, so I'm like, when I get vintage cards back, I'll look at the pop reports, and I have like one that's like a pop report of like a population of like 90 or something like that.
Yeah, it's super dope. I love seeing that stuff. So I'm hyped they're doing it, but just a sad attempt at what should be a full-fledged kind of thing. Is just like it's like if someone was like, let's make a human, and then just gave them an arm. Yeah, it's like, we'll give you an arm and nothing else, dude.
I think one thing you said was big was we'll see how quickly they follow up on it.
Yeah,
people are not happy with just WATA times as a whole. And they even said, and like, they haven't said much since like the whole scandal came out. They've been pretty quiet. I mean, they even said in the last sentence, even though we've been quiet, a lot is happening behind the scenes, where we apologize for the lack of communication.
Yeah.
Do you think WATA can rebound from where? I mean, I don't think they really. I think things are kind of still the same even after the acquisition came out.
When you say still the same, what do you mean?
Like, some people may have thought like the acquisition about why the whole thing that came out and it was
accusation, not acquisition.
Accusation. Boycotting WATA, prices were going to tank. The WATA grade means nothing. It's the same as a loose copy. I don't think much has changed.
No, of course not. The people that are doing that didn't collect it in the first place.
Yeah, but I think once VGA, and they said they're updating their website, if they can get their website to where WATA's is at, I think it's going to be a huge change in the market.
Yeah, and the CGC is coming into it's good. We still got to wait. Like, that's the thing right now in the video game grading market. It's just kind of a lull in the sense of like just kind of existing right now. Nothing really new has popped up. We're just waiting for VGA to kind of go 2.0 and CGC to enter the market, and then things are going to get really shaken up. When pop reports come out with WATA, then things are going to get really shaken up. But until then, we're just kind of like, okay, things are existing as they are.
Do you have any games you're waiting on right now? Snap, right?
Yeah, Pokemon Snap.
Nice.
I'm definitely
just chilling in post grading.
Yeah, chilling in post grading, and I'm debating whether or not I picked up a sealed Fire Emblem Sacred Stones the other day. I don't like Fire Emblem. I just picked it up because you gotta grab stuff at your local game store that you see. If you have trading credit and you see something spicy, you pick it up because you just can make better moves on stuff like that. So it was, dude, they had it just an aside. It was in the glass case, but it was like so tucked behind like so much other shit. Like you couldn't really see it unless you like peered around some shit. And I was like, why would you have that? And it was such a good price as it was. And then I had a ridiculous amount of trading credit. And then they were doing 20% off like for Black Friday. All retro games, 20% off Black Friday sale, which is pretty fucking fire sale when it gets to those high-end items.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, it was cheap. It was like the price of a CIB copy of that game. And it's sealed. Awesome. It's sealed in very nice condition. So I might send that to WATA because that would be like a 9.0 or like a 9.2 with a high seal grade. So
it's not gonna hurt the grade. I mean, you got it cheap.
Yeah, right. It's not gonna hurt. I just kind of also
don't you have something at VGA right now? Also,
yeah, I have something at VGA too. I have Call of Duty World at War.
Oh yeah, that big box one that you picked up. Also from the same store.
Same store.
Nice.
Yeah. So shout out Digital Press. Don't want to give out my secret too much, but hey, they're good. They're good. There's plenty of deals to go around. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh. They had a lot of good sealed stuff there yesterday. I was like, I want a lot of this stuff, but couldn't do it. But yeah, man, I guess that wraps up the WATA topic. Unless you have any closing thoughts on it, that's
just okay. And
yeah, okay. And dude, we're waiting, WATA. We're waiting. Let's move on. Let's talk about, here's something you guys didn't expect. Maybe Metazoo. I didn't expect this. Metazoo is coming to Walmart supposedly. And now I want to say this because I was trying to do the little research that I do for this podcast. I was trying to do, and the only thing on this, and nobody's even really covered it besides a couple YouTube videos afterwards, like no big internet sites have really covered it yet, like big TCG sites that I found, because the only thing that I can find is Metazoo themselves tweeting about this one time on November 11th, which is
not April Fool's Day.
Yeah, 3 days ago. Metazoo is proud to announce that we will be on Walmart shelves nationwide in early 2022, starting with Cryptid Nation 2nd edition. Excited for that? Question mark. Just wait until you see what Pin Club and Metazoo have in store for you. Literally, I don't know what Pin Club. I don't know what that is. But I just thought, number one, before I get into what I think about that, which is good things, but if true, because it was weird that only they tweeted about it. And then no major like new news sites for this kind of stuff were talking about it. And then the only
That's big news,
right? It's huge news, and I don't know why. If I mean they're saying it's true, so I want to believe it's coming right from the source. They tweeted it, unless they're lying, which would be weird. Not the first. No. If this should be true, right? So Metazoo coming to Walmart shelves, and I had a bunch of people hit me up about this, asking me what I thought, because I've been rather vocal about this lately. And I was like, yo, this honestly solves one of the major problems I have with this game is accessibility. Like the thing is, it's not it's not like a Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh where you can go buy it on the shelves. It's just not.
Yeah.
Very, very select few local game card stores have it right now in stock. Online shops are charging very high, secondary markets high as fuck. So it's hard to get your hands on. But you get it in the Walmart shelves where people can buy it, and hopefully scalpers don't scalp the fucking shit out of it.
It's gonna happen.
And it's gonna happen, but I think it's got a better chance of getting in the hands of customers. I mean, more supply is more supply, right? Like, essentially all you have to do, I guess it doesn't really matter where it goes out, because scalpers are going to get caught holding the bag if they're just at saturated supply.
It's gonna get scalped at first, just like anything gets scalped right when it drops, but give it a little bit of time, and as that they I guess up the distribution chain and get it. I don't know if it's gonna be in every single Walmart right off the bat,
right,
or what it's gonna do, but I think just as time goes on, you're gonna see it more and more.
Right.
I think my biggest thing though is like, I think it's a good thing. Like you said, it's gonna fix distribution. It's just gonna get like the majority of people who I guess who even like do TCG gaming, maybe Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, just casual people who play, they may not even know about Metazoo. So if they walk into their Walmart and see this new card game, they're gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Or check it out at least, or watch a YouTube video about it, Google it. Where was I going with that? It just, I wonder if it's actually gonna sell.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't checked the Nightfall prices, like the newest set. I kind of want to look on eBay right now. Because they've been Nightfall's been falling value wise, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. So you actually, man, maybe I lied, because they look at 230. I think they're going back up. I saw them available for like 175 a couple days ago.
What are they retail at?
They're going at 225 right now. I saw them available for around 175, I believe, retail.
Yeah.
But that could have been even a little bit inflated right there. So it's still kind of a crazy secondary market. It's just wild. For a brand new TCG, I'm not going to talk shit on it. Again, I have my reasons for not liking it, but I think this is good that they're trying to get more supply, and Walmart seems to be a good place to put it. I like it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cool.
Like I said, is it gonna sell? Because I mean, you always see like the Pokemon section cleaned out, but then they normally have stacks of Yu-Gi-Oh, stacks of Magic. Are people gonna be interested?
Dude, I saw a little kid buying Magic the Gathering the other day while I was buying the Fusion Strike product, and I was so stoked.
That's awesome.
It was so cool because he was like, he was thinking out loud, which was kind of cute because I did that shit. He was like, should I build like a green deck or a red deck and shit? And I was like, I don't know, dude. I didn't say anything. I should have given him some wise advice, but I was just grabbing Pokemon product like a fiend.
See, mine is just like 40-year-old men fist fighting in the card section or peering around it to make sure nobody else is looking, and then they're trying to grab whatever they can grab.
Section, bro. This was a wholesome section. Young homie getting Magic cards, and I was just grabbing the Fusion Strike on day release.
I honestly feel slimy every time I go down there.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like scalping the stuff, just like I want to grab some, but I just know there's gonna be 3 other guys standing there looking at everything.
Nah, I gotta stay strong. Well, talking about crazy sales, let's talk about a different type of crazy sale. Month of October, Switch coming in strong, doing some wild numbers. Kuzi, can you go into the numbers for us?
Yeah, and I've never been one to look at console sales numbers. And as Ryan pointed out at the beginning of this episode, the Switch is 4. Is it 4 going on 5 years or 3 going on 4 years old?
I believe it's 4 going on 5. It could be. I think it's 4 going on 5.
All right. So, it's a heady ambition as the machine enters its 5th year on the market.
Insane.
But sales still are not slowing down. The Nintendo's president, Doug Bowser, told the Washington Post that the company sold 711,000 Switch consoles in the U.S. alone in October. Consoles. The Switch console is in session. All
hearing,
say
dude.
I.
I'm like, what's a Switch console? Continue.
Sold 711,000 in the U.S. in October, with 314,000 of those being the OLED model.
That's pretty wild. I kind of expected more OLEDs. Now that you say that number out loud, I feel like I'd expect more OLED sales just because I wonder how much of the OLED sales they've done so far. It's a pretty cool improvement. I still want one, but I feel like they've had problems keeping them in stock too. So I don't know.
I feel like 314,000 for me is, I guess that's a lot, but I guess I don't expect more actually thinking about it, because you have to think that the person who wants a Switch already has a Switch, and are they going to go out and buy a brand new one just because it's the OLED model?
Yeah.
Another couple things. I mean, in September, Sony and its PlayStation 5 ended Nintendo's 33-month streak of having the highest selling console in the US.
You still said it wrong.
Console. I don't know. Whatever. So lots of Switch sales. And then trying to find the other numbers that I talked about when we were talking about this. It was about Mario Kart Deluxe, which is a 7-year-old. Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is a 7-year-old game, but it was still the Switch's best-selling game, and it sold 38 million copies. Coming in second was Animal Crossing, which sold 35 million copies.
But that's lifetime.
I'd assume so.
There's no way that's in a month. So that's lifetime sales, which is cool. Yeah, it makes no sense. I think that game's, I guess it does make sense. It's a good Mario Kart games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's a good game. And that's very popular.
Guess how many games the Switch library is up to?
Thousands.
Give me a number.
2,300.
Despite the Switch's strong library of almost 7,000 games.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I didn't realize the Switch had 7,000 games.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's yeah, I don't know. Switch is awesome. I love the Switch. I got my Switch probably 3.5 years ago. I did not get the Switch on launch. I waited, I don't know, like a year and a half or so, because I wasn't
really hard to get at launch.
Maybe I wasn't even really big into collecting video games or anything, like when I did get a Switch, but when the Switch launched, for sure, no. But the Switch kind of catapulted like my love for all things Nintendo again. The Switch is a dope console. So
I get a Switch trade post posted for Christmas time.
Oh, dude, I have an extra.
You might get some hits coming with Christmas time coming up.
I have an extra Pokemon one.
Quick bolo for you guys.
Yeah.
But the most recent one had even extra one. Thought you were debating even buying one.
Yeah. But then I had more GameStop credit and I just said, this is a good thing to spend it on.
I also picked up one.
There you go. So
it was more for my buddies, kind of like, hey, if you see this in stock, buy it. So I bought one, and he was also able to grab one. He goes, I'll buy that one off you too. And I kind of got it in my possession. And I was like, I kind of want to keep it. And there's been like a couple things in my collection that I've just like had on the shelf just to have on the shelf that I've like, I'll sell these in case something comes that I want to buy.
Honestly, that's a good one to keep long term though too, if you wanted to, because that is something that they are going to make a lot of, sure, and whatever quote unquote a lot is, but then they're not going to make that again. While they'll continue to make regular colors again, and it is going to be more valuable. Just like
you lose with a Pokemon edition Nintendo product?
You can't. Nothing Pokemon Nintendo you can't lose. But just look at, like, for instance, the Let's Go Eevee or Pokemon edition, Pikachu edition Switches, the regular ones. Those are like $600 bundles now.
Jesus,
which is crazy. And even the other Switch Lite is a $300 to $350 Switch Lite, which is
so like seeing sales for like the Smash Bros box alone are like $80 or $90.
Just the box. I should sell that because I sold the I still have the Joy-Cons. Yeah, because
yes, special editions. Dude. I remember like walking through. I wasn't like, I guess the most recent console that like they phased console that they phased out when I was like into collecting games was the 3DS. And I remember walking through Walmart and just like seeing these special edition systems. It's like, why don't I buy them? And it's like, because I don't want to spend $300 when you should have. I mean, I wasn't around. when I say I wasn't around, like I wasn't that much into the gaming market at the time, when like the Wii U was going on and like them phasing out the Wii U.
Right. Oh my God. All those things we could have grabbed, and it's all
But
good.
I've got a sealed Wii U and I love to death.
Oh
And
yeah.
actually just put a one of those plastic box protectors for the Wii U.
I need to get some of those for my bigger shit. Oh, you put on your Christmas list. I like that.
Dude, they're so expensive. I mean,
I know.
I think the Wii U one was like
25
$22.
Yeah. Plus
shipping. But I mean, 22 times how many box systems do you have?
Exactly. I wanted to do that for like all my ETBs too, the Pokemon ETBs, and it's like, oh, I'm spending fucking $150 on cases. Fuck.
Retro Protection has some good deals on plastic cases for ETBs, I think.
I'll grab that. Thank you.
Check those out.
But we have one more topic today, and this can be a quick one because I don't know how much Chris is going to be able to weigh in on this, to be honest.
Dude, I've been telling myself I need to play a game.
Yeah, this is like for the gamers out there. I had this random thought, and this is more to get y'all's feedback again. This is very not chat interactive, listener dependent episode, right? Yes. I want to hear your feedback. So I played Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield when they first came out, and I did not like them. And I think it was because at the time, I had no connections really with like any of the Pokemon that are coming out. Like they're not really cool. Because I'm a Gen 1, Gen 2 guy. I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, whatever. And so when I saw this Sword Shield shit, it was okay. It didn't quite do it for me, and I didn't get that amped on any of the Pokemon or anything. And then fast forward to a week ago, after having opened up thousands of packs now of Sword and Shield products, right? Thousands. I mean, Champion's Path alone is probably 400. Vivid Voltage 300.
I remember when you bought that case of Vivid Voltage packs.
Yeah, I bought a full sleeve blister pack, 144. I bought two of those, like 288 packs or something, right there.
You still have any left?
None of the, maybe like an art set, but I sold all of those, or sold/opened. I never opened a Fat Pikachu, so there's that. But yeah, like I've opened thousands of packs of Sword and Shield now, right? And now a week ago, I started playing Sword and Shield, the games again. And dude, it's a whole different experience.
Oh, I bet.
Knowing just a little bit more about the Pokemon and the art style and just the vibe that the Pokemon company was going for with these games and this set, it gives you a totally different a feel and perspective on a game that honestly I thought was I just didn't like it. And it goes to show you that like sometimes you just got to do the kind of like not research, but do your due diligence before playing a game and forming your opinion on it, because you're not like well informed enough. Almost like it was like going to a test and not having studied, like I didn't know anything. I was just like trying to flail my way through this game. But
you're kind of taking like what you had your thought of, I guess, what Pokemon was
right
going into it, but then you just have the nostalgia and the know-how of these like classic Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon, and that's what you like. So seeing these new things, it's like, when I say who are these people, I mean like who are these people? Like you have no personal connection to them.
And exactly. And the trading card game like explains and displays, I think, the VMAX mechanic so dopely, which is, I say dopely, but really I mean that because in the game it's Gigantamax, whatever, but it's the same VMAX, Gigantamax, same shit. And you kind of, as like a seasoned vet of Pokemon, you look at that like weird new mechanic, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's kind of weird. They're different Pokemon, but they're the same. But then you open the VMAX cards and you get like the Charizard VMAX is such a dope card, and like that's the card that got me back, like super back into collecting the Rainbow Charizard VMAX. And now I see Charizard VMAX in the game, I'm like, damn, that's sick. And like that for sure didn't happen until I opened the Sword and Shield cards. So that whole thing, just to say, like, what do you guys feel the same way? If you haven't played the game, you don't like, and I think it's the same way with the old cards, because back in the day, I did all of this to say back in the day, same exact thing. Whereas I never tried the game pre-cards, but I opened Pokemon cards before I got, or at the same time, I got like Pokemon Red. No, I got Pokemon Blue first. Before I got Pokemon Blue, and I opened cards, so I knew like some of the Pokemon, and then played the game. And so I think it's important if you're gonna play Sword and Shield, open a pack or two, crack a pack or two and play Sword and Shield, or just check out some of the Pokemon before you play. Get to know them, because I think it makes you appreciate the game a little bit differently.
That is something I haven't thought about, but it makes total sense now that you bring it up and explain it.
Hell yeah. It's I didn't think about it before it kind of just hit me when I was replaying the game. Like I was like, holy shit, this feels different. Like I like this more. And I was like, then I took a second and was like, why do I like this more? Because I've opened literally thousands of packs. And like this has like a meaning to it now.
When is Diamond and Pearl coming out?
From right now, 5 days from the day people are listening to this podcast. 4 days.
Is it on Friday?
Yes, it must be Friday, dude. I'm so excited. We have 2 really good games releasing this weekend: Diamond and Pearl and Battlefield 2042. So huge. I'm so excited for both. I think I'm gonna stream Diamond and Pearl right off the bat. We're gonna be playing that all day, all night. I think I have a wedding to go to. Mother frigger. I won't be streaming it that day. Then I will be bringing my Switch to the wedding and playing that every chance I get, because whatever. We're playing.
How dare people get married?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That'll be dope. You guys,
real quick news on brand new games. There's some good news for Metroid fans too, says Bowser. Metroid Dread in October, and I think this is a lot, sold 854,000 copies, which is the best launch in series history.
Hell yeah, that's huge, as it should be. People were waiting for it. It was a great game. I finished it. I beat it. Really dope. It was hard as fuck. Really dope game.
Yeah.
What else? We have a viewer question to round this out for the day.
We do have a viewer question. Give me 2 seconds to pull it up because I'm a slacker. But every Wednesday, well, kind of every Wednesday, when we remember and when we record, keep an eye out. We ask on @Cards and Cartridges on Instagram for a viewer question of the week. Just anything you guys are curious about: video games, sports cards. We had just more sports cards topics. Video games, sports cards, Pokemon cards, life in general. Feel free to shoot us a question and get our 2 cents on it.
2 cents. What do you got?
Speaking of you opening thousands of packs, our friend Retro Rewired asks, what is your favorite vintage Pokemon card set?
Ooh, favorite vintage Pokemon card set. For me, it is Neo Genesis. The Neo series, if I could say a series, I would say the Neo series as a whole, because Neo Genesis doesn't have Shining Pokemon, which I think are a really cool feature of some of the Neo sets.
Yeah.
But Neo Genesis has my favorite, the Neo Genesis Lugia. It has Feraligatr Typhlosion. It's got Meganium. It's got some heat. So, and all the starters, 2 versions of all the starters. Come on, like, so good. There's a lot going for Neo Genesis. What about you, Kuzi?
I'd probably be right there with you. I mean, you hit the nail on the head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess one thing I was going to bring up is, have you recently picked up that e-reader? Have you had a chance to use it out?
No, I haven't fucked with it. And I was thinking about that yet. I need to do a post with it soon, because I really, yes, I need to do something.
I think the e-reader set is also really cool. And just like knowing what I know, I've never used one. I've never found one. I want to find one and try it out. But like just seeing what, like, the art on the cards is sweet. And then just how they integrated the cards, the Game Boy and the game together is a really cool thing that they did.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like Amiibos before Amiibos.
100%. It was kind of an Amiibo before an Amiibo. I like that description. Guys, that is gonna do it here on this Monday. You are listening to us all, episode 36. We appreciate y'all. Remember, drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscription, a follow, a 5-star rating if you're listening on Apple, a review, any type of follow on Spotify. All of these things help us. It helps us help you guys. It really means a lot. If you have feedback, comments, criticism, we'll take it all. Have a great rest of your week, guys. We appreciate you. Peace.
See ya.